Ladies, please don't go where you are tolerated. Please go where you are celebrated. In today's episode, I want to share with you 7 things that if a man tells you, run for your life. Never you ever try to manage or think twice. Whenever you hear this thing from any man you are dating, my dear, the person is telling you exact whom he is. Grab your pen and grab your paper and let's journey together. Number 1, if a man tells you, I am not yet ready for marriage, my dear, this person is telling you that what I am doing with you is to play with you. Yes, you might feel like one day he may be ready for marriage, but the question is, when is the one day? So never you ever spend your time, never you ever spend your energy with a man who told you that I am not ready for marriage. Any man that told you that he is not ready for marriage is telling you that you are wasting your time if you are waiting for him. So never you ever wait for a man who told you that he is not ready for marriage. Or whenever you talk with him, he said, I have so and so many projects, but I don't know when it will be ready. Whenever it's ready is when I will be ready. Any man that told you such a thing is not ready for marriage. Number 2, if any man tells you that he can never ever marry someone he did not sleep with, my dear, is a sign for you to run. What does that mean? It means that in his life he has been testing so many women. Quite simply means for him to approve you to marry you, he needs to sleep with you. My question for you is, are you a snack that someone needs to test before marrying you? If someone tells you that he must text you before marrying you, that person is telling you that even if I marry you, I will try to go and test other ladies. Because all his life, all he's trying to do is test and drop, test and drop. So whenever you hear a man telling you that he will not marry anyone he have never tested, is a sign for you to know that this person is not meant for you. Another point, run for your life whenever you hear any man that say, one day I will beat hell out of you. If any man open his mouth and tell you that one day I will beat hell out of you, may I tell you, one day he will do it. Don't think that it's a joke. Don't think that, oh, he just use it as a slang. It's not. One day he will do it, because even the Bible said, abundance of heart speaketh the mouth. If you marry him, one day he will beat hell out of you. My question is, why do you want to date someone? Why do you want to marry someone that one day will beat hell out of you? Don't allow someone to beat hell out of you. Run for your life. Before we continue, my YouTube friend, please don't forget to help us to grow our channel by subscribe, like this video, share in the comments your takeaway, and share to friends who will benefit from our video. Thank you so much for doing that. Number 4, if a man tells you that he will never ever date or marry anyone that earn more than him, my dear, run for your life. I've seen so many men, I have heard so many men that always say, I can never marry any woman that earn more than me. It's a sign of insecurity. It's a sign of inferiority complex. And it's a sign of killing your dream and killing your career. Imagine all your life you have been busy building up your career, and someone stood up and said that he will never marry someone that earns more than me. Is it not an inferiority complex? Is it not a sign of insecurity? Why do you want to date someone that will not allow you to fly? Why do you not to date someone that will not allow you to serve the community and to use the skills and passion of your life? Why do you want to go into that marriage if you see this thing from him? Another point is, whenever you hear this man say, I can't be under woman leadership, my dear, run for your life. Do you know why it's very dangerous? He is indirectly telling you that if I marry you, you will not ever contribute in my life. Because for him, he is Mr. I know it. For him, he knows everything. He doesn't want your contribution, despite that you are his wife. In as much as he is concerned, he sees you as someone with no value. So as a result of that, if you hear him say, I can't be under woman leadership, it's a sign for you to run for your life, because in future you will not have anything to contribute in his life. Another point, if you hear that man on your dating time that always say, let's split the bills. What did I mean by that? I have had so many ladies that went for date night, and after eating and everything, the man said, let's split the bills. What does that mean? Does it mean that this man cannot pay for your bill? Does it mean that this man cannot care for you? Does it mean that common thing that he cannot pay for it? Of course, I'm not saying that you cannot contribute, but there's nothing like someone who open his mouth and say, split the bills. Split the bills means you own your own responsibility. I own my own responsibility. I am not there to help you. So if you hear any man that said, let's split the bills, my dear, run for your life. You don't need to spend your life with such a person. The last but not the least, if you hear that man who always call you names, whenever you do something or whenever you made a mistake, he calls you name, abusive names, my dear, run for your life. Because the truth is this, when you marry him, he will call you abusive name, he will abuse you, he will beat you, he will do something unexpected. So if you notice this kind of attitude in any man, don't continue the dating. Just as I always say, a broken relationship is better than a broken marriage. It's better that you break the relationship now than to break the marriage. We have to be wise and we have to carry ourselves like queen. Just as I said, we don't need to go where we are tolerated. We have to go where we are celebrated. I hope you learned something from this episode. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share in the comments your takeaway, and invite friends. Let's form a community. Thank you, and I will see you in another episode. Shalom.